beloved Calgary Flames that are playing behind us right now against Pittsburg. Puck's just about to drop. They've been on a bit of a cold snap.
They have been on a cold snap, just like our weather, largely due to this guy right here, Mike Smith.
Yeah.
He biffed another one on Thursday with the shootout. He's in net again right now, so I'm surprised it wasn't 3-0 Pittsburgh at the end of the national anthem. But I really don't see the reasoning behind that, unless they're maybe auditioning him as trade bait or something.
That could be, with the trade deadline coming up. Maybe they're trying to see if they can unload that contract to get someone else in there who maybe can do a better job. One of the other things that I think the Flames have been having a hard time with is the offense. We have been scoring, but not enough. We're not getting the finish we need. Need to get those shots where either it's going in or you can get a nice juicy rebound to bang it in, get what they call, a garbage goal. Doesn't matter to me if it's garbage. If it's in the net for the Flames, it's not.
As long as it goes in, it's all good.
So yeah, that loss the other night though, that shootout loss against Florida, that's a game we should have won. Mm-hmm. It was kind of heartbreaking. They played a great game, but I hate when games come down to the shootout. It should be decided playing real hockey, not gimmick. One of the other things that was big this week, the CFL Free Agency. In particular, our beloved Calgary Stampeders. I'll turn my hat around here to show that my support for the Stamps, I support them 365 days a year, as you can find by my Twitter handle, @StampsForLife. So the big thing, Andrew, I'll let you start it off here. The big thing for the Stampeders, what are we looking at?
Big signing, Bo Levi Mitchell. He's going to be in the red and white for another 4 years. This is huge. To be honest, I didn't really think he was going to entertain any other offers. There was Saskatchewan, of course, tendered an offer. And
who wants to go to Saskatchewan?
Well, nobody.
Well, I guess Micah Johnson did, but
Toronto, of course, the Argonauts, they threw a lot of money at him. But, I think he definitely made the right choice. Certainly I'm biased, but he wants to build a dynasty, I think, in Calgary, and this is the place to do it. He'll probably be remembered as one of the marquee quarterbacks of all time in the CFL. And so I'm really excited to have him back on the team.
So am I. And I know a little special shout out goes out to Kelly Kirsch from the Fan 960, because Bo said it on the air. Kelly Kirsch called him up and offered him an extra $100 per episode of the Bo Show when it comes back this year. So that sealed the deal. The other thing, mentioning Toronto, Bo wants to play in front of more than 12 fans.
Right.
You play at McMahon, it's loud, it's got atmosphere, it's great. Which brings me to another thing I kind of wanted to mention, guys, here in Calgary. Why is it when you're at McMahon, we cheer, we're loud, we support our team? You go to the Dome, and 90% of the time, it's like you're asleep. Wake up, we have one of the best teams in the NHL. Support them, get loud, get behind your team. Let's support them. Let's push them on to a playoff run. Sorry for a little rant there, but back to Calgary. Another wonderful thing that happened for our Stampeders is Eric Rogers signed another 2-year deal, which means more touchdowns coming up in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood.
I like that one.
They did bring in one player from outside of Calgary. They brought in Courtney Stevens, who played for the Hamilton Tiger Cats last year. He's a safety. He's a Canadian, which helps with the Canadian ratio. I think it's a great pickup because we did lose some Canadians on the back end there. So I think Courtney Stevens is going to be able to have an impact on that wonderful defense and hopefully work to bring another Grey Cup back to Calgary, which is in Calgary this year.
That's right. 107th Grey Cup coming up this November at McMahon Stadium. Can't wait.
And speaking, last little point about the Stampeders here. We will be giving away tickets this year once the season starts from the SportsXcetera show. Stay tuned.
Moving along to the next segment here, Calgary Hitmen. We haven't talked about them too much in any of our previous broadcasts, but they're coming down the stretch to the playoff run here. They are in 5th place in their division. However, it's a very tight race. Just 7 points separates the 1st from 5th place.
They also were tied for position potentially. Come on, boys. Speaking of keeping it up, they won last night 3-1 against the Medicine Hat Tigers. Rubber match. I always love watching back-to-back games. You're prepared for a team, and then you got to play them again. So there's not a lot of chances to make changes. It gives for good rivalry hockey. 1 or 2 fights. Minor hockey's known for
auditioning for a spot in the NHL is what they're doing when they're in the WHL. So they're definitely giving it their all. And like you said, the back-to-back games, they're always exciting because you never know what to expect. The last segment that we have is the SportsXcetera segment, brand new one now that we've rebranded the show. And we're just going to do some fun things, not sports related.
It's going to be fun. We're probably going to put Andrew through the ringer. Andrew has said he wants to try out for the Outriders.
It's 2019, right? I mean, why not?
If you are looking for a good time going forward, be sure to check out TAZentertainment.com for all of our shows. As well, check out TAZ Entertainment YYC on Instagram. We post fun content. We have a lot of fun. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I'm Chris. This is Andrew.
See you next week.